Yes, welcome once again. Guess what day it is? No, it's not hump day. It's gay hump day. It's Friday. I'm James D, and you're listening to Gay Dteroit Radio, which is on www.radio-op.com. Well, got lots to talk about. SCOTUS has actually made its final decision on when to start with the oral arguments. That sounds really good. And Michigan has advanced the discriminatory adoption legislation. Not good. Also, why the gay blood ban is really a gay sex ban. And last but not least, Twitter is aflame, especially with a little gay kiss. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's have some music, and then we'll start as we mean to go on. Here's a nice little ditty, a rather dramatic song, actually. And it's called My World. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm James D, and you're listening to Gay Dteroit Radio. Oh, and before I forget, also, we have an interview, a rather exclusive interview, with for the Theatre Nova in Ann Arbor, and the play is called Buyer and Seller, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later because we've got the actor Sebastian Gerstener, and he's going to be on a little bit later, and it sounds like a lot of fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Friday night at 9 p.m. on www.radio-op.com. And let's have some music. I'm James D.
No
a little dramatic song there from Moi, and it's called My World. Well, welcome to my world, because we've got quite a lot to talk about. SCOTUS, that's the Supreme Court of the United States, has decided that, yes, it's time now to give a date. So they're going to be... But I wish I had a drum roll for this, but they're definitely now going to start the oral arguments for April the 28th on the consolidated marriage equality cases. Oh my God, about the nose fix. Once again, now the teeth won't work. Has anybody got any vodka out there? I think I need a drink. Anyway, on the cases of Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and Tennessee. This definitely will be on April the 28th, and then they're thinking that the final decision will be around the end of June. Everybody's hoping that this will be the case of a success, and actually the thing is, when you think about it, they have to really now rule in favor, because are they going to sort of unbreak the egg? Because there are now 36 states out there that have legalized same-sex marriage. A lot of others now are screaming blue murder with the Religious Freedom Act, and we're going to be talking about that as well in a moment. And because now they found that they've lost in the marriage cases, I can't understand why there's this just great big uproar about somebody else getting married, because the thing is, my marriage should not affect yours. Unless we're all sleeping together in a happy, what's those things they used to call them, singles? Or, oh God, they'd be in the suburban areas, and all families and married couples hang out together and throw keys in and go. Anyway, I'm rambling. So anyway, this is going to be happening this year, and I think finally we're going to have some success. Meanwhile, in good old Michigan, this is what really pisses me off about these idiots in the so-called power, because they're losing now on the marriage front and the equality. They're now going into, which actually is another fault of SCOTUS, because last year they did the religious freedom because of Hobby Lobby, screaming blue murder. So Michigan is now advancing on the discriminatory adoption legislation. This was yesterday. The Michigan House Committee on Families, Children, and Seniors moved forward 3 bills that could open the door to adoption agencies to discriminate against same-sex-headed households. If passed, the House bills 4188, 4189, and 4190 would allow tax-funded adoption or foster care agencies to refuse services to any family on the basis of their own personal religious objections. The bills will move forward to the full House of Representatives and could be called on the floor any time to vote. I don't care what your religious predilections are, or your sexual predilections, your political predilections, whether you want to kiss cats, dogs, or your grandmother, as long as it's between 2 consenting adults. It's none of my business. So why you now then have to shove religion down my throat, and I mean literally down my throat, that I have to obey your religious discriminations. And it's not religious discriminations, it's hatred, it's bigotry. It is your own personal hatred of a situation, and you're going to cover it and hide behind something called religious rights and religious beliefs. In the religion I was brought up with, God is supposed to be love. Love thy fellow man. And it's why do you need to actually, it's just completely mind-blowing why these people want to actually destroy other people's lives vicariously because their own lives are like shit. That's the only way I can think about it. You are so jealous of somebody else's happiness, and if you're not happy, you have to destroy somebody else's life. And personally, that is really, really, you suck. You really are. And you're hiding it behind something called religious beliefs. And I'm sorry, but no matter how you coat it, hatred is hatred. Christianity was not based on hatred. Islam was not based on hatred. Muslims were not based on hatred. Catholics were not based on hatred. Every religion out there is not based on hatred. It's the extremists who are based on hatred. And I keep saying this time and time again. I do believe in God, but I do not believe in man's version of God's rules. You are not the one to judge. You cannot judge. You're not allowed to judge. So get off your high horses, start living your lives, and fuck off out of mine. Simple as that. Anyway, in December, the Food and Drug Administration announced its intention to ease the lifetime ban on gay and bisexual men from donating blood. In the ban's stead, the agency plans to adopt a new policy that will allow men who have sex with other men to donate after a 12-month period of celibacy. Do you know, there are a lot of so-called straight men out there, and they have lots and lots and oodles of sex with lots and lots and oodles of women. And believe it or not, women actually get HIV too. Drug users get HIV too, but yet men still have to have a 12-month celibacy period so they can give blood. This is totally... There are so many things these days they can do. They can warm the blood up. I mean, even now, women with HIV can give birth to a child that is HIV negative. So there's lots and lots of ways of doing things with the blood. So it's just, this is still down to, I do believe, these Christian-based organizations, which has nothing to do with Christianity at all. It's down to hatred. No, I am not going to blame any Christian organization. I'm blaming the people that's running them. These hateful little people who have no lives, really. Anyway, the AIDS Service Organization, the GMHC, lambasted the proposed policy as offensive and harmful, claiming of the futurance of stigma, fear, discrimination. Again, it's down to fear and discrimination. I remember when it was out in the 80s, I was very young at that time, and I was working in a bar, and the AIDS epidemic was unbelievable. And I remember I was working in a bar, and I'm never been sort of less than open, simple as that, you know. I've always been open about my sexuality. And this guy turned around and says, well, no, I don't want any beer from him because he's gay and he might have AIDS. So me and my wonderful subtlety and quiet manner, demure, I turned around and said, I'm serving the beer with my hands, not my dick. So that sort of got me fired. Oh dear, happy days. Anyway, so yes, it's just the stupidity. It's ignorance and stupidity that is stopping all this, you know. And now ABC this week, the Fosters, and they apparently had a gay male kiss, but it was between two 13-year-olds, and everybody else is completely and utterly pissed off about it. Apparently Twitter completely went wild, and they just don't know what to do. So Twitter went wild, saying, you know, this is disgusting and whatever. You know, whatever happened between... a lot of people think it might promote pedophilia, you know, and like older people really getting off on 13-year-olds' kisses. You know, I mean, it's 13-year-olds. It's not an adult and a child. It's just 13-year-olds. I mean, 13-year-old girls, 13-year-old boys, they all experiment. I mean, whatever goes on behind closed doors. I can't do anything about it, neither can you. I'm not condemning it, not condoning it. But what I am condemning is people's really disgusting attitudes towards other people and other people's lives. Let's have some music. I'm going to have a little bit of metal for our gay metal friends by Moxie. And then we're going to go into the interview with good old Sabastian Gerstener. And this is about a play. It was actually in New York originally. It's closed now. And this young man is actually doing this in Ann Arbor. And it's in the Theatre Nova. And it's called Buyer and Seller. And we'll have the interview right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, once again, Gay Dteroit Radio. I'm James D. I'm your host. I'm on www.radio-op.com. Yes, and welcome to Dteroit Radio, and we do have a wonderful guest this week, and he's all the way from Ann Arbor, an Ann Arbor native, as he said. He lived in New York for a little while, and we were talking just before the show, and I explained that also I lived in New York for a little while. I think it was like 20 years, and I had a great time there, and so we've got the young man called Sabastian Gerstener, and explain something about yourself, Sebastian, because I want to really get into this play, but you also said that you lived in New York for a while.
Yes, I lived there for about 8 months in Brooklyn, and that was getting right out of school. I got my theater degree at Michigan State, and I just kind of headed out there, tried it out in Brooklyn, went to auditions, was working as a caterer to make money, and then kind of the roommate that I was living with actually ended up getting a job on a cruise, and I was just kind of living in there, so I just came back to Michigan, to Ann Arbor, where
it's very expensive.
Family grew up, and
yeah, well, it's very
haven't made it back.
God, it's very expensive over there because, like I said, we're part of all the tax break fright to get out because the taxes are just unbelievable over there, and so it's just that. And you mentioned something as well that you were in catering as well. New York is actually well known for being the land of the singing waiter because everybody's an actor, you know. So, but what made you decide to go? You just wanted to sort of give it a chance?
Yeah, I always was fascinated by big cities. I mean, Ann Arbor is a beautiful city as well, so it's not like I don't feel deprived of my city life in itself. Well,
I've had like city life virtually all my life. You know, I'm really a country boy. And I've been like in city life for the past years, and so I thought, okay, so I'm actually now in Algonac, which is a nice little sort of countrified, gentrified place. So it's nice.
Oh, nice.
You know,
that is nice.
Yeah, but but like I said, when I came here, I was just so appalled about the lack of rights for gay people because after living in New York City for so many years, where you could actually, like I said, you just virtually fart in public and people applaud. And like you come here and then there's no recognition, no rights, no nothing. So I thought, no, this British Queen's not going to put up with that. So here I am. So now, enough about me. Let's talk. There's never enough about me. Never say that. So explain about the play, because this looks great. And it's actually the Michigan premiere of Buyer and Seller. Please explain.
Okay. Buyer and Seller was written by John Toland, and it is about a guy named Alex Moore who is an actor living in L.A., and he's kind of struggling to kind of make his big break. He's kind of doing like off-end stuff and working and some kind of just dead-end jobs. And he ends up getting a call to work in Barbra Streisand's basement, which sounds really weird, but let me explain. Barbra Streisand actually has built a shopping mall in her basement, like a quaint European-styled shopping mall where she keeps all of her stuff. It's not like a typical storage basement.
Only Barbra Streisand can do that. I'm sorry, but you've got, I mean, you know, I've got a gym in my basement, but she's got a shopping mall. I mean, come on.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and so John Toland found this out. It's actually, you can see all of her home is documented in a book that she wrote called My Passion for Design, and it's all truthful stuff about her house. And John Toland found out about the shopping mall in her basement and got fascinated by it and wrote this play about a guy who gets the job to work in the mall in her basement. And that's kind of the basic premise. I don't want to give anything away about what happens, but he ends up meeting her, and there's a little bit of hijinks that happens between.
You know as well as I do. I mean, in any sort of relationship, especially when there's sort of acting involved or some sort of entertainment field involved, there is always a little drama, and I don't care who you are. I mean, I've been with my guy now for like just under 25 years, and I'm the drama queen because I'm in the entertainment, and he's he's the guy who just goes, oh shit, he keeps like me very, very grounded. He's like he knows where the money goes, and he knows where this goes and that goes, and I'm just sort of running around like a headless chicken. So that's usually the thing in the entertainment field, and so What made you decide to take on the part? Because is it just like one is it a one-man show kind of thing?
It is, yeah. I've never done a one-man show. I just did last season. I had the opportunity to do a two-person show called Venus and Fur, and I got a call from my good friend Carla Millark, who just is opening up Theater Nova. It's at the Yellow Barn Theater in Ann Arbor, and this is her first season. It'll be the first show that they're promoting. So they want to do a one-man show because they loved the script.
Okay.
And I kind of related to the main character, which is why I think they called me in the first place. I mean, Alex is a gay man who's an actor living in LA, which is like, although I don't live in LA, everything else is pretty much.
Yeah, well,
I don't really have to work hard to stress to get there.
Listen, honey.
And so,
if you're a gay man, you could live in Flint, and it could still be Hollywood. Listen, let's have a little bit of music, have a little break, and we'll be right back. So, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful sound of Mr. Sabastian Gerstener. And I will get my teeth around that. It's just that my English accent is quite foreign. So here's a little song. Actually, there's a nice little song here, and it's a sort of a different classic mix of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm James D, and you're listening to Gay Detroit Radio.
passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying that I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll never know how much we'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, there's someday I wish upon a star. Wake up when the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dreams that you dream of, why, oh why can't I somewhere over the rainbow.
Yes, welcome back to Gay Detroit Radio. I'm James D. and I'm talking to a very, very talented and very eloquent young man called Sabastian Gerstener. And he's in a play called Buyers and Sellers. So, do you know what? Just briefly recap on what we were talking about and what the play is about and how it comes about once again, so people just, if they've just tuned in, so they can just listen to it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Buyer and Seller was written by John Toland, and it's about Alex Moore, who's an actor, a gay actor in L.A., who ends up getting a job working in the shopping mall in Barbra Streisand's basement, which is actually real. I mean, it premises in the show that most of the show is fake. Like Alex, there's actually someone who works in Barbra Streisand's basement, but that the shopping mall in Barbra Streisand's basement is real.
Do you know, I mean, I know we talked about this earlier, but I mean, you know, I mean, like I said, we have a gym, or we've got a lot of trash in our basement, and then actually in Michigan, there's a lot of thing called the Michigan basement, which is like a crawl space.
Right.
But yet, Barbra Streisand has a mall in her basement, which is what, about 50,000 square feet or something like that.
It's unreal. It is unreal. And I've seen the pictures, and her house is giant. And I think actually the shopping mall is she has like a barn in the main house, and then she has a mill in her front yard. It's really unreal. I can't believe it even exists.
So what was this guy supposed to do? I mean, without giving too much of the plot away. I mean, he was just supposed to go over and like audit what she's got, or just sort of. Yeah,
he's just supposed to be like essentially the mall employee, and he just stands down there and kind of waits for her to come down. And there's lots of debating about celebrity status and like what happens to people when they become famous.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Moore has a boyfriend, and they kind of debate back and forth about his days working in Barbara's basement, about is she like actually being genuine with him, or is she kind of just bringing him along and getting what she wants out of him?
Do you know, I don't know about
that kind of stuff.
I don't know about you, but I mean, the thing is, I mean, if you've got a job, you've got a job. Simple as that, you know. And then why does it, because then somebody becomes in superstar status and you start working for somebody who's a superstar, then somebody turns around and said, well, are they treating you right? Are they treating you like a human being? Mm-hmm. You know, do you say this to McDonald's? All you're looking for is more money. You know, I mean, I just don't understand people. They think because then it's more of a personal thing, they think you should have more standards or should be higher standards, but I don't. I'm really looking forward to this. Is there any music? Is there any music in the play?
No, it's straight play. I mean, I think there's lots of sound cues. There's a few of Barbra and songs are going to kind of play in the background a couple of times, but for the most part, you're not going to hear me sing. I mean, I think I sing one line in the show as a joke.
Okay. All right, that sounds
mostly
good.
It's just my speaking voice. You'll be great.
Now, you know yourself that, you lived in New York and the rights and everything and benefits are far different and far superior to over here. What are your views on what's happening over here and how, the GLBT community on a whole and how they're being treated? Are you for gay marriage? Because, funnily enough, we've just been reading about certain gay people who are not for marriage, whether it's gay or straight, which really, it's down to them and it's their opinion and they're allowed that. But some people sort of chastise them because, they don't like this. And then there's also this stupidity with Russell Tovey, who apparently just sort of said, well, I'm glad I'm not effeminate, and all of a sudden the whole gay world is crashing down on his shoulders. So not one of his brightest moments, but, I mean, he still is allowed an opinion. So, how do you find it for you?
Well, I'm in complete support of gay marriage. That's kind of one of the driving forces of my life. I'm actually going back to school because I wanted a little bit more stability in my life because I personally...
well, you need to go...
have a family and get married, and I want to be able to adopt kids when I get older.
Okay.
And so I'm sincerely pro-marriage and pro-just equality for everybody.
Well, good. Well, I mean, it's the last vestige of civil rights, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly.
I was talking to somebody last week, and I said, well, what do you think? And they said, oh, no, I leave that to the old people. Like, well, yeah, actually, when you think about it, when somebody's about 16, they're... I got somebody else calling, and I'm just going to have to ignore them. Okay. I'm wondering if that was Emilio. Was Emilio calling? I don't know. Anyway, no, there was another beep on my phone, and I can't take it when I'm talking to you, obviously. So nobody gets in the way of my interviews. So
there you go.
So you turn around and say, well, I leave it to the old people. And when I think about it, is like, well, when I was 17, I thought, well, who gives a fuck about politics? I want to get laid and I want to sing. Simple as that.
Right.
So, as I got older, I got dragged into politics, kicking and screaming. So, and actually now I really enjoy it. I've been with my guy now for just under 25 years, and we got married in New York in 2013. So,
congratulations.
Thank you. Now actually, and I really should have married him when he was rich, because now he's poor. I can't divorce him. But I did learn a new word called alimony. So so actually, no, things are pretty good. So. Is it now? I just want a little personal things about you. How was it for you being a Michigander, growing up in Michigan, being gay? Was it a lot more difficult than you think than most places?
I think I actually kind of got it lucky a little bit. I went to the Dexter School District, and I kind of was active in a lot of different things. Like I was in the theater program, I was in band. So I had kind of inherent groups of people that I hung out with and who kind of knew me as who I was. And when I came out my sophomore year of high school, I didn't get any kind of animosity or kind of any hate crimes or any kind of hate in general. And I think I got really lucky that way. And my family has all been really entirely supportive. And I think I got the really, really lucky end of the stick.
That sounds good to me. Now let's have some more music, and then we'll go into the final part of the interview and just round it up a little bit. Right. Honestly, Sebastian, you're an absolute joy to talk to. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Gay Dteroit Radio, which is www.radio-op.com. And I'll give you all the other information. We'll listen to Nikki Holland and Secrets.
Watch me in the corners of your eyes. You're dancing here, that's why I came. I strip you naked in these pictures in my mind. My needs, my wants are hard to tame. Now I wanna run to you, pick you up between your thighs, just to hear you gasp and speak my name. Why do we run? Why do we hide? Why must I be your secret? You come back to hold on, you lock me inside, just to hear you breathing as your hips beneath me rise. Let's dance a way you've never seen. I want to creep in you, open the depth of you inside, surrounded by the musk of you and me. You saturate me with the pleasure in your cries, and I won't let go until you scream. Why do we run? Why do we hide? Why must I be your secret? You come back to hold on, you lock me inside. And when your eyes, your hands, your legs, your hair, until your fingernails, I'm in you, you can go away. Keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. I promise to tell no one. Play along with all the lies. If you'll say that later we can meet, and I'll keep your secret from the public scornful eyes. If that's what it takes to get relief, just know that one day I'll lay it out to your surprise. They don't really care, it's what you perceive. Why do we run? Why do we hide? Why must I be your secret? You come back to hold on, you lock me inside. And when your eyes, your hands, your legs, your hair, until your fingernails, I'm in you, you know where. Keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. And when your eyes, your hands, your legs, your hair, until your fingernails, I'm in you, you know where. Keep it down, keep it down, keep the pleasure in your eyes. And when your eyes, your hands, your legs, your hair, until your fingernails, I'm in you, you know where. Keep it down.
Yes, welcome back to Gay Detroit Radio, the lovely dulcet tones there of Nikki Holland, very good friend of mine, and Secrets. Okay, we're talking to a very talented young man who's opening up he's virtually a one-man play, I do believe, and it's in Ann Arbor, and it's called Buyers and Sellers.
Yeah.
And, it's about Barbara Streisand, and he's going to fill you in just as a brief recap, because we're going to have to wind up the show, unfortunately, because I could talk to this young man forever. So, Sebastian, please, once more, a brief recap of what you're doing.
Okay. Buyer and Seller is about a man named Alex Moore who gets a job working as a mall employee in the shopping mall in Barbara Streisand's basement in her Malibu Bluff compound.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's
the main plot.
now, the play actually starts this Friday. So as I'm airing the show, it's going to be virtually on. So I've actually been advertising it on my Facebook. I'm also going to put it on Gay Detroit Radio Facebook as well. And it's also been twittered on my Gay Detroit Radio Facebook or Twitter account, whatever it is. That's going through there. Yeah. So, so you've got to tell us where you're going to be, where you're going to work, and a website and house, or even a telephone number if you can, just to contact you to get tickets.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be playing at the Yellow Barn, which is right in Ann Arbor. It's called Theater Nova, and you can actually go to the website. It's theaternova.org. And you can see the location there. You can get tickets. It's the first show that this theater is putting on, so I think they're actually even doing a pay what you can every night of the performance. So,
so it's more like a
no real excuse to not come and see this.
It's actually then a donation.
Exactly.
That sounds really. Oh, actually, I wish I lived closer because I'd be there because I'm like 2.5 hours away. So
right, yeah.
But Sebastian, absolutely wonderful. Thank you ever so much. I'd like you to come back on the show. How long is the show on for, by the way?
It's all through the end of the month. I actually don't remember what the last Sunday in March we do, but it's the last Sunday in March.
Okay, well,
the entire month.
Okay, well, when you finish the show, come back on the show and give us some feedback on how it worked up there. And also, I'd like to follow up on some, future projects that you're going to do as well.
There will be some coming up.
Do you have any ideas? Or is it just...
Yeah, I will be doing, at the Encore Theater in Dexter, I will be doing South Pacific.
South Pacific? Oh, God, you're going to wash that man right out of your hair.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, God. Yeah, you'll need plenty of bleach for that one, baby. Okay,
yeah.
So... Sebastian, an absolute pleasure. Thank you, and we'll talk soon. What I'll do is I'll contact you. Email me, and I'll give you my Facebook page, and then I'll get in touch with that way as well. Okay?
Okay, great.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you, and
Thank you so much.
Oh, God, just have some great luck with that show. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sabastian Gerstener, and he's going to be in a play in Ann Arbor. And that's going to be starting this Friday. We'll give you more details throughout the show. I'm James D, and you're listening to www.dteroradio-obi.com. And do you know what? Let's have some music. How about, let's have some Cody G and alcohol.
Body filled with tattoos. Oh, now you're just old news. Yeah, packing up and we're back. And your rap's out of whack, 'cause we got it suicidal, switching through the lanes, riding dirty, top back, smoking a blunt, getting brain, just my wake and bake. Here we go again, like here we go. I don't even care what these people say, down on me, 'cause I'm puffing on them J's, saying that I should be a role model, I should do this or I should pursue that, speak some positivity in my raps, all about free love, all hugs, no drugs. If I said that, I'd be a liar, just a goddamn liar now, yeah. I'd be a liar, yeah. Twist it all up, yeah, we twist it all up. We pour it in that cup, yeah, we pour it in that cup. Twist it all up, yeah, we twist it all up. Pour it in that cup, yeah, we pour it in that cup now. Trying so hard, find a different way. All these people know me, Cody Galloway. Making all this money, I tried so hard. Pouring champagne and I'm drunk in the yard. Waking in the morning, think I got a problem. Maybe I'll solve them, maybe just wishing. Roll another swisher and they think they're coming up. Yeah, they think they're coming up. Yeah, they think they're coming up. I just wanna make it to the top. Bottle pop till my heart fucking stops. One thing in life I've always learned, you got your friends and you got those pretends. Do they really know what's going on? All I wanna do is count this cash, make that paper stack in the crib right now. Kicking back and we're drinking on some yak like drinking like an alcoholic. Is that what I've become now?
In chemistry, alcohol is an organic compound in which the hydroxyl functional group is bound to a single carbon atom. Humans have been producing alcoholic beverages with ethanol contents between 3 and 40% since prehistoric times. This is not a new trend, and in fact, the mastery of organic chemistry has allowed us to create beverages that have certain psychoactive effects that we greatly appreciate.
Twist it all up, yeah, we twist it all up. Pour it in that cup, yeah, we pour it in that cup. Twist it all up, yeah, we twist it all up. Pour it in that cup, yeah, we pour it in that cup now.
Well, what a different little week this has been this week. I loved it. Anyway, so don't forget, we're definitely going to get in touch with this young man because actually just go to theatrenova.com if you want any information. This is Ann Arbor, and it's starting this Friday, and it's at 9 p.m. All the information will be actually on my oh Jesus Christ, on my Facebook page. You can get Gay Detroit Radio Facebook page. Also, you go for James D Facebook page. There's also gaydetroitradio.com. It will be on there as well. So please, just get in touch with us anytime. So it's mostly now it's going to be just winding down to see what's going on. Don't forget about SCOTUS. We shall say that's going to be April the 28th is SCOTUS. They're going to start hearing the oral arguments. And when they're saying going to start with the oral arguments. Somebody once said to me, they said, James, you really need to get your mind out of the gutter. Oh, babes, no. I aim for much lower than that. My mind has been in the sewer for years. And also, don't forget as well, we need to look into Michigan. Michigan, what the hell is going on here? Because there's House Bills 4188, 4189, and 4190. What they're trying to do is pass this so people can discriminate against your sexuality in the adoption. This is totally disgusting. I mean, come on, just because you're losing on the marriage front, stop hurting the children. I mean, why on earth you would hurt a child and not allow a child to have any love or any support just because you're a peevish, selfish little shit? I don't understand why. Simple as that. Also, Mr. the mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio, is actually saying to the Irish Day Parade, because on March 17th it's Irish Paddy's Day, good old Jesus Paddy's Day, they're going to boycott the anti-gay St. Patrick's Day Parade. And it wasn't St. Patrick who's actually anti-gay, it's the idiots who's organised the actual procession, and all in the name of a saint. You're going to be a bigoted little bastard when it's a saint. So, I am just so fed up of these people. Get a life, get a grip. We actually, all we want to do is just live normal lives. You're the one who's saying we're not normal. All your hatred and bigotry is not normal. Really. Your peevishness is not normal. You're throwing tantrums like little teenagers. You're not normal. Talking about real good news, gay attorney has now been named head of the DOJ, Department of Justice. Openly gay attorney will be the head of the division of the U.S. Justice Department, charged with representing the United States in civil and criminal matters in the U.S. Justice Department, announced on Monday. Well, that's really good news. So good. Well, you know what? It's coming up now to the time when I have to say goodbye. I know you're all so sad and just so utterly dejected, but I'm going to finish the show differently this week. I'm just going to play one of my songs called Every Day because it's actually like the theme tune. I hope you like it. So James D is signing off. That's me. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. Once again, I'm James D, and it's Gay Detroit Radio every Friday, 9 p.m. on www.radio-op.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Bye.
was born